Hello, happy Monday. We rearranged today so that we could have tomorrow to do something a little different, not on YouTube, but with family. And we had a little family kerfluffle. So Steve isn't with me this afternoon. Everything is fine. Just keep us in your prayers and your good thoughts. We could use a couple of extra prayers today. Okay. We could use some benevolence, some BPs, All right. I wanted to talk about first the way of positive change, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Substack. Our card of the day is the world card. And what does this mean when we get the world card? It means be present. It means think bigger, think worldly, think global. Also, watch what happens on the world stage today. That's important. But for us specifically, it's about the message of the world is your oyster. And sometimes we just think too small. Sometimes, we need to go for the big prayers. We need to go for the big opportunities. And we need to ask bigger, think bigger, go bigger. Go bigger, go home, right? Okay. I do have a lot of great questions. I think we'll start with a warmer upper, which is a good question from Becky. She asks, this is about the Arkansas Senate seat that is currently held by Tom Cotton, whom we all love and adore. Just have to laugh about that one. All right. There is a lady named Hallie Schoffner. She is running against Tom Cotton for that Senate seat in Arkansas. Will she be successful in defeating the beloved Tom Cotton? The good, honest senator. Okay. All right. Hallie Schoffner. Oop. It looks like the younger people want her. Ace of Pentacles too. Let's see. Hallie Schoffner. Hit that like button. Help us out if you can. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a part of our light worker family. And my goodness, if you have a chance to hype this video, I'm just going to kiss you all over your face. Okay. I hyped someone yesterday too. I don't see it very often. Right? This is for Hallie Schoffner running against Tom Cotton. Will she be successful in defeating him? Let's look and see. Oop. There's definitely an upset going on in Arkansas. Ooh, there's a lot of nefarious activities going on there. The bully doesn't keep his stance. The bully is challenged. Okay. It's a lot of thought, planning going into this. She has some money here, but the big money is also behind Cotton. Temperance is needed, trying to bring a harmonic balance. And I think what's her face is still the Huckabee Sanders is still the governor. I don't know. She's got to be coming up for re-election soon, isn't she? Okay. Listen, I think she's got a real chance. She's got to really bring two specific topics together to get her message across. Thank you, T-Barb. Thank you so much. Two specific topics, bring them together. A combination. And, oops, is that? Okay, combination. And that would really help her out There's a lot of infighting, but I think she has a shot at this. I think it looks good for her. Okay, because the bully is on his side over here, so that bully couldn't be Tom Cotton, could it? All right, you guys. Now, since we are being funny, let's just look into the human printer, Natalie Harp. Now, I just saw a flash that, something's going on between Natalie Harp and her love notes for Trumpty Dumpty. Now, let's take a look at her future, because, Melania, if she cared, she could hit her over the head with the printer, but I doubt she will even lift a finger to do that. Because I really don't think she cared. Natalie Harp, let's take a look at her future. The love note girl. They say she has in the past run behind his golf cart. I'm serious. I'm not teasing. Okay. She's alone, so I'm not really. I mean, she tries to. He sort of leans on her. She leans on him. I guess she's the one that posted the terrible racist pictures of the Obamas and did really bad things. Now, she is either going to have to be moved. There's a decision here. I think there's people that don't like her being around. They don't know what to do with her, but she's over the top. She's over her skis. It's too much. More, too much, she doesn't get the world card like we do. She needs to think, smaller, foolish. They're going to try to place her in another building. I don't know where she sleeps, and I don't care where she sleeps, but they are going to try to move her somewhere else. But the attraction that she has for him is not going to change, and he still wants her around, but she will not be allowed somewhere. So there are going to be some limits. There will be some limits. Let's see if she gets to, we can come back on to her. Right now, it just looks like she gets to still keep her job, but she has to move or change residence, change buildings or rooms where she's allowed to talk to him. She's not going to be allowed into everything where all the reindeer games. She's not going to be allowed to all the reindeer games. Okay. I'm going to wait until we get a few more people to ask the Mitch McConnell question. All right. Let's take a look to see. Steve had a good question about Putin because there were more. Zelensky and Ukraine have been sending drones every single night and been taking out more of their carriers, oil tankers, ferries, their shipping fleets. So, let's just take a look to see if Putin will he survive if Ukraine wins the war, which it looks like they're going to do. And I have read on it before. Will Putin survive when Ukraine wins the war? Will Putin survive if Ukraine wins the war? Let's take a look. Hey, P-Dashy. All right. He's asking for assistance. This is bigger than the problems he is encountering. He cannot handle alone. He has to have a team working with him. His stability is challenged. His health is challenged. His position is challenged. They don't want him to return. They don't want him to be in charge. The people of Russia have suffered. There he is. This looks like to me that there are other people that are going to put someone else in place. Now, this could happen in the time of Virgo. He has a lot, which is primarily September, the end of August through September. That would have to happen pretty quick. There is an announcement that people are working together to remove him. They have a lot of fear because, you know, they don't want to end up like Lindsey Graham. Just saying. Okay, he does survive, but he has a friend. He has friends. He has friends in places that will help him. He is concerned. Remember, in the Celtic Cross, the 8th place is how someone feels and how they're seen. He's seen as a devil, but the ethics don't match up, and he is afeared. He's afeared, but he has friends that will help him. He tries to resurface, but I don't think. Let me just take a look at his future overall. Let's look at the Pood's future. What does it look like? And I'd like to have some suggestions of people that you would like me to do the small videos, just, one specific person. He tries to make a gesture to the people, but I don't think they're having it. Pood's future. Okay, so Bonnie Russell, I have a Facebook business page. It's under the Way of Positive Change. It's also on Blue Sky as Way Positive Change. It's on Substack, The Way of Positive Change, and it's Instagram, The Way of Positive Change. So it's not on my website, and it isn't on my YouTube. It is the Way of Positive Change Facebook page. Oops. Okay. He will not listen. People in the military, and there's one general here in particular that does not like him. He may try to take him out. He's rushing. He's making quick decisions. He's trying to give to the people. He's still standing here. He's singing Elton John's song. He's trying to be the star. He will try to help the people, and then everything comes crashing down. So it looks like he tries to help them. He may give them, he might try to bring food or gas, and there could be some short-term relief here, and then everything just explodes. Okay? So his future doesn't look good. Short-term, he's still standing. Long-term, no. Okay. And the Chariot is not a victory for him. Okay, so that's good. Okay. Then we had another question. Will the House of Representatives and the Senate ever impeach the Supreme Court justices that created absolute immunity for a president? Because we need to get rid of them. That's in the process. I believe there are people working on that right now. Will the House of Representatives and the Senate ever impeach the Supreme Court justices that created absolute immunity for a president, no matter who he or she is or does? We'll ask about acting DNI. There's the challenge is to, continue working on it. That's the card that fell out, was that Eight of Pentacles. We empowered the person to take advantage of others and to become a bully and a dictator. All right, here is that. We always come back to Kamala Harris and Avril Haines and other important women's documents, reports, filings, findings. There's regret over this decision. And the answer is yes. But it takes the three women that take the orange one out and this report and this female coming in. Patience and perseverance. That's what they keep telling us. Hope for the future. It looks like it's been all downhill, but there's two cups standing, and those two cups stand for the Two of Cups. These two cups stand for the Two of Cups, where they're pledging their unity and the ability to work together in a partnership. Those two cups are these two that remain standing. And sometimes it's so hard because we feel sad, regret, and loss that we forget that these two can bring joy. Okay, so that's why it's important to stay present. That's why books like Be Here Now and The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Steve and I went swimming, and we went to stay down at Margaritaville on the beach, and we walked past a gentleman who was very kind and nicely picked up his book, and he was reading that book. I was like, that's one of my favorite books. I don't know how he was reading it down by the pool, because you have to really focus. That's like, All right. Did they lose the Senate majority yesterday? I don't think so. All right. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and ask if Beth asks, is the photo of Mitch McConnell and his wife, Elaine Chow, she went back home. She went to China, right? Is that a current photo? Was that photo that they published, like the proof of life photo that they published, was that taken in the last 48 to 72 hours? Is the photo of Mitch McConnell and his wife, the proof of life photo that was published, was it taken within the last 48 to 72 hours? Is it current? Let's just see what they said. Oop, 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 oop. Oh, boy, there's something not quite right about that. Something not quite right. Something quite right. Not quite right. Let's see. They may have published it within the last 48 to 72 hours, but it doesn't look like they were in that good of health. It doesn't show the struggle. It may have been someone in a place of power that decided to do this as an offering. False night, little something, breadcrumbs, something to put out there. Need a cup. Ooh, I don't think so. This is the tower again. The tower for food, the tower for Mitchie. Okay, this doesn't look very good, and I don't like that eclipse up there. Let's just ask how he's doing. That was an offering. And we had the knight and the page facing in different directions. So that doesn't look very congruent. The energy isn't flowing. Okay, let's see. You know, when I looked at it, his face currently has lost its elasticity, and he's drawn. So it didn't look current to me. And, you know, there's one thing, you know, sometimes I'm not that great at getting time right. You know, even when my angels give me a dream, sometimes maybe I interpret it not right. But I'm usually really intuitive and psychic when it comes to a person's health, because I worked in intensive care in the emergency room since I was 18 years old when I started. 19, almost 19 years old, when I was taking training classes. I can usually do that really well. How is Mitch McConnell's health? How is the senator from Kentucky, Mitch McConnell's health? And Governor Beshear is starting to ask questions and move forward. So I have faith in him. I have a lot of faith in him. He's already proven that he works terrific under pressure and in all kinds of emergency situations, especially in emergency situations. So don't doubt Andy Beshear. All right, but let's take a look. Mitch McConnell's health, his future. What's going on with him? And also, you know, you don't stay in the hospital for a fall for a month. You know, they send you to rehab. They send you to a rehab center if you need to work on your muscles. You know, he could have pneumonia. He could have other things that would warrant a further hospital stay, you know, intense antibiotics and things like that, but not a plain fall like they're trying to say. So there's something fishy. All right, he is receiving help. Okay. They did rush to put this out because they believe that's the right thing to do. It's the doctor. I am going to go out on a limb here and say that the vehicle and the helper rushed in to help, and that wasn't necessarily what he wanted. He may have had a DNR or other, I don't know what the state of Kentucky does with life support or directives. What do they call those? Advanced directives on how to proceed if there's a problem. I mean, he's still alive here. He is not really stable here, but then he comes around. He comes back from the dead. He's walking back from the cliff. They're going to put some more stuff out there, but maybe he rallies here. Maybe he has a rally and then goes backwards after that, but he's in a rally stage. He's not done yet. He's not done through cooked finished, not yet. All right. So maybe he'll try to, maybe when you're that close, maybe you'll do a John McCain thing. Maybe he saw the angel of death or had the ghost of Christmas future visit and say, your goose is cooked, Mitchie. You better do something good to make up for all the evil you did, for all the pain you caused. This is all your fault. All right. Let's see. Okay. So I don't think that was a current photo. And it could have easily been from a different hospital time or rehab time, because his face wasn't right. So, but I do think that he is not. I think he's hanging on, and I think he rallies. So let's ask about Todd Blanche. And if you're just joining us, please hit the like button or subscribe. Help join and bring more people to our Lightworker family. And thank you. Remember to support your favorite reader, whoever it is. We're all having difficulty. So we need you. We need you like never before. All right. Todd Blanche, his confirmation hearings begin Wednesday. And previously, if you'll recall, there were like, I don't know how many, 90 or over 100 former Department of Justice officials and employees that wrote a petition and signed to Senator Grassley and I believe Durbin to the Senate to say, please, this is going to be an abomination if you confirm Todd Blanche as the Attorney General, taking Pam Bondi's place, who was an abomination. And so it's, will they do it? Is Todd Blanche going to be confirmed? I think he's going to be confirmed before I look at this, because he's effectively blocking the Zorro Ranch, Mr. Epps investigation of the ranch, the surroundings, the ground, what was buried, the incinerator, everything. I think he's effectively taking over Bill Barr's cover-up. Will Todd Blanche be confirmed as the United States Attorney General and take Pam Bondi's place? He's the acting Attorney General right now. Will he get to be the Attorney General? He's salivating over it. But then, he and Trump can drool together, I guess. Oh, that's his goal. That is his goal. But there could be something he needs to answer for. They may not make it that easy. Let's see. Oh, there's some slander. There's slander ahead. Okay. Whoa. Someone tries to put it down. Now, is that going to be Massey? Is that going to be Cornyn? Is it going to be somebody else that's on the way out the door that can throw a Hail Mary in here? This is make it or break it for Blanche. Information comes out, the ethics of the whole situation, the body of the government, papers, things that are written, subpoenas, notations, emails, things that are written that he wasn't careful about. This can be redactions or the depth or the hurting and painful things that were done to others. Again, ethics, foolishly redacting or not, or putting an end to the releasing of the EPS papers, holding on to them, in control of them. This does not start out his way. I think he gets in. I think Trump has someone else in mind that may be a little bit younger. Let me just look at Blanche's future. I think these are the littles that are in the EPS report that have something to say right away. Let me look at Blanche's future. We're asking the question in sort of another way. You know, I think the Epstein survivors are going to have something to say about this in a big way. All right, guides and angels, please show me the acting attorney general, Todd Blanche's future. Does he get his wish? Do things go well? Do things go kaboom? Like with the Pood and McConnell? Later? Who else got that tower? McConnell's rallying. Okay. He's trying to hold it together. He cannot hold his tongue very well. He loses patience. He's got all the secrets on the women. He feels confident. Karma is coming to get him. Someone's trying to help him. Someone that's in a bad spot really needs his help. And this is tough. They're relying on him. He's relying on them. If he gets in, he ends up going out. He's been paid to protect others that could really go down. This is karmic. Thank you, Miss Judy. That's very sweet of you. He's being paid. He is being paid to protect the people who had lust. With the Aleister Crowley strength card here. If he gets in, I think he goes out. And he has to maybe even take himself out the same way Matt Gaetz, Graham Plattner, is that his name? Yeah, so this is the removal, self-removal, but right now he's being paid to protect. All right. Well, that's good news, Grace Gilbert. All right. All right, if you didn't see the video I did on Lindsey Graham, I think it would be good for you to watch it. And I think it would be helpful because I don't think it was a natural thing. I think when we got the Three of Swords, you know, up at the top. So, and even Midas Touch is questioning it and about, you know, a certain weapon. So let's take a look at Trump's health. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, this is on Trump's health. Oop, that came flying out. Okay, so there's news of something being wrong with him and a lot of speculation, and this comes very quickly. There's somebody that's watching him and will announce this. He has a problem very quickly. You know, I mean, Lindsey Graham was talking about Russian sanctions, even said he couldn't die because he had to get the sanctions on Russia. Best way to scare someone is to take out one of your best golfing gay buddies, you know? He does not have a good hope for the future. You know, this makes sense because he wants to be the star. He wants all these things done in his name. He isn't going to get them. And there's some breaking news coming here about his health. I'm still seeing abdomen, bowel, GI tract problems. I'm still seeing something that runs. I know everybody says, oh, it's Alzheimer's and it's his father's son. He actually is having a problem that had something to do with his mother's side of the family. All right, now, he's not doing so good here. His back's out. Emotions are high. He's pissed. He's agitated. He's acting like an entitled brat. He does not do well here. Someone's having to steer him around still. There's a lot of emotion. I mean, even Erdogan had to, all right, here he's going to have another appointment here. He needs to be checked, and he's like, I don't want to do it. Someone's taking him there, and he's in defense. He is not doing well. He's still standing, but he doesn't want to admit that he's having a problem, and he doesn't want to go for this appointment, and he's going to have to go. He's going to have to go. So he knows that his health is in trouble, and he doesn't want to admit it, and he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, and that's all there is to it. And he knows his health is in peril, and that's why he wants to have name recognition. All right. Let's see here. Let's ask about, I did a reading on the young man from Mississippi. There was definitely foul play there. I did not read. Oh, I know. All right, let's take a look at Bill Pulte and the, is it Clayton? All right, let's take a look at the acting DNI Bill Pulte. We looked at Kash Patel. He's going out. He's in big trouble. And why did Kash Patel have to go to Lindsey Graham's? What's that? What? That's not normal. Usually the medical examiner comes, takes the body, and goes to do medical examination. All right. The coroner's visit. Don't need the FBI. Why would you need the FBI? Makes no sense. Okay. Let's take a look at Bill Pulte, the acting DNI after Tulsi Gabbard. He's the one that is looking into all of this election nonsense, issuing all these documents, the big document dump that's coming up. Thank you, T-Bar. Bill Pulte. They question his alliance, his relationships. Now I'm just reminding you, he's from Pulte Builders is huge, especially down in the South and especially in Florida. His family has ousted him from that business. They don't trust him. They don't want him. His financial dealings are going to be brought up. He's taken money and, oh boy, he's taken a lot of, oh boy, Sneaky Pete. Stealing, dealing, cheating. Oh, there's Lady Justice. He gets cut. He's sent packing. He tries to go back to his family, maybe even try to invest. And he gets stuck somewhere that he doesn't want to be, in a repetitive situation with the devil that he knows. So that's not good for him. Okay. I believe he gets stuck. Not good. All right, let's take a look at Jay Clayton. He has issued subpoenas, signed his name and issued subpoenas for 5 New York Times journalists for reporting, not before Trump took the Air Force One back from Turkey after taking the unsafe Qatari gift jet to Turkey. They reported after. And instead of sending the subpoenas to the New York Times attorney that handles everything there, they have their own attorney. They tried to intimidate these 5 writers and sent them to their homes, had them served at their homes. It's now in the hands of the New York Times attorney. But let's see. You know, a lot of Republicans had faith in Clayton that he wouldn't bend to this kind of pressure, that he wouldn't do this kind of nonsense. What the heck? I'm trying to get this. There we go. That he wouldn't play these games and tactics, but you know, he is employed by Trump. Not supposed to be. It's supposed to be an independent position. Well, what happens to these 5 reporters? Do they get to keep their job? These 5 New York Times reporters get to keep their job. Are they okay? I mean, other people, do you know how many people reported this? You know, it's just ridiculous. The 5 New York Times reporters. They didn't report it in about the not safe factor, that it hadn't been worked on for 2 years. Well, they look like they're okay. Action might be taken against the paper. I don't know if he did this before. Oh, okay. They're okay. They're good. They did get a little scared. One of them may leave. One of them, this may have just been over the top and may leave. But with the Sun card here, they're okay. It looks like, I feel like with the Ace of Wands, there's one person, possibly even a female, or one person that just said, you know, I might just go start until this nonsense is over. I might go work over there. Okay, but it's okay. One person has a little bit of difficulty. Okay. How are we doing on time? 44 minutes? Pardon me. What do you guys want to look at? Can you read on Rubio? I sure will. Marco Rubio, the rabid pit bull. And we can read on the Strait of Hormuz. That'll tell us a lot. And then see if there's going to be boots on the ground. Will there be a ground invasion of Kharg Island? Let's look at that. All right, let's see. Marco Rubio, what's his future look like? Drop the name of a person, political or non-political, that you want me to do a reading on. I would like your input. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, and about 5 other things. His future. Guides and angels, his future. Even Fox Noise is saying don't send. Brian Kilmeade was even saying don't send Witkoff and Kushner. I call him Kushkoff. All right. Oh, he is not a happy camper. Look at that. Doggone it. Where's that little tiny violin? He's not happy about the military's placement, about the orders that were given. Remember, Trump may have said okay to Netanyahu and the little country with the blue and white flag. He may have said, let's go ahead and go into that country and create a problem into Iran. But Rubio is not in agreement with Trump. And I know from our past readings that Trump is not in charge because he's incapable of being. All right. He's not happy. Look at, he didn't like the suggestions or the things that people were saying, the offers. Oh, he's trying to he's trying to work around Trump. I like in the Druid Craft deck, Sneaky Pete is trying to get around a dinosaur to get to the egg, and I feel that depiction of this card, the Seven of Swords, is appropriate for this. Sneaky, sneak, sneak, sneak. So what does that mean? That means there's a fox in the hen house. All right, he's trying to gain some traction. He's facing some opposition. He's got to eat his Wheaties. He's trying to climb this mountain. He's getting up there. He does have one of the generals on his side. Oops. And then he's betrayed. Now, who does this? Is it Vance? Oh, someone's blurring the line. Okay. He comes out on top because I think the military likes his idea. And we know Vance gets the tower. Let me look and see. Okay, so Rubio beats Vance. I think that's what we need to title this video. Let me just back that up with, is Vance trying to destroy? Is Vance trying to? Is he jealous of Rubio? Is he trying to betray Rubio? Is he trying to hurt Rubio? JD Vance. His actions toward Secretary of Defense. Secretary Rubio. Not Defense, that's Hegseth. Rubio. Is Vance trying to take out or have Rubio removed? Secretary of State, Rubio. I should do a video on Hegseth. I haven't done Hegseth. I did Cash Patel, he's out. All right, this means I'm planning. I've got a plot. I am planning. I could give some false information. He wants the control. We already know it. That's confirmation. See, Vance doesn't really, he's not good at holding his place or holding a plan because he vacillates. He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, for heaven's sakes. He doesn't even know who he is. It's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he wants to make a problem from Rubio, and then one day, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, he doesn't want to. But he sees he's rising, and he feels like Vance feels like he's stuck. He's upside down. He can't proceed. So he's taking a gamble, and he is trying to remove Rubio. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a yes. Okay. Sun card, wheel card. Yeah, because he's stuck. Not enough people like him. So he can't get the likes. So he's trying to remove Rubio. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mark Wayne Mullen, I could do him too. I didn't ask if Jay Clayton would be confirmed. Did I ask? Let me just see the future. He issued the subpoenas. Let's take a look at Jay Clayton's future. Jay Clayton. He will have to be confirmed to take over the acting DNI Bill Pulte's place. He signed the name to the petitions for the New York Times 5 reporters. Jay Clayton. Does he successfully get confirmed? He thinks he's going to be, oh boy, he took a hit there. Took a hit. Change of places, change of times. They're making him do additional duties. He doesn't like it. He might go for something bigger. He's going to get in. He will get in. But there's a lot of meetings, and I'm not sure how long he stays either. And he could get right up to the line and change his mind and try to go for something even larger than that. I'm not quite sure what that would be, but this is a whole bunch of change. Okay. So he's straddling some fences and wants to go even further. He could get a more safe position in a really big law firm. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on him, Jay Clayton. He's got some offers coming. All right, let's ask about the Strait of Hormuz, because that's going to tell us a lot. Will it be open soon? The Strait of Hormuz. Trump says it's open. IRGC says it's closed. It's tied up here. Tied up there. There's no commitment. They don't know where the mines are. There isn't any commitment about getting a ship through, being able to see through the fog where a problem might arise. There are talks here. Someone could try to chance this and run into a big problem. This is just fraught with difficulty. There's a lot of regret for the actions that have already been taken. There's a lot of tit for tatting still to come. Words that just don't match. It's just really terrible. We're seen as a fool. So hopefully that will, it's only a page, it's not the night anymore, but hopefully we'll get that cleared up soon. Let's look to see if there's going to be aggression. Will our military be sent into Iran, whether it's Kharg Island or much move? I know there are troops that are on certain ships, Marines. Are we sending boots on the ground into an invasion of Kharg Island or another part of Iran? All right, then we'll do a reading for you and me. They're thinking about it. They are thinking about where they would like to place the younger people. They're trying to make a plan. There's that Page of Swords again. And you either give us what we want and allow the world shipping to continue, or, man, there's all of JD Vance's cards. I think this is still a no, but I think Trump is going to try to push it forward, and may send someone to try to push it forward because the bully is there. But I feel like the military will say, we're not doing this. So let's stick a pin in that. Let's take a look at what our guides and angels have to say for us. Trump will try to push that. Hi, Victoria. Make sure you start practicing with a pendulum or oracle card so you can do some readings with us during classes. Guides and angels, this is a reading for all of us light workers, for you and me. What do you want us to focus on? All right. Watch the world leaders and who really has the power. This is who puts up the, when they're trying to catch someone that's speeding or running away, they put those stop guards up. A lot of things that Trump wanted to implement are not going to go through here. They will try to push through these documents of election interference. Know that the tower is coming. This control is the length of this is shortened now. This is really good. Lady Justice is coming. They're going to cut free of this nonsense. More Excalibur. And the people and the family do well. I think the Republicans in the Senate are scared, wetless. And they are trying to pull together as best they can to strengthen their position. But I think this is our guides and angels' way of saying we have control of our money and we need to stock our cupboards like they've always told us. Pay yourself first. Make sure you take care of yourself before you give money to others. Know when to, just take care of your needs first before other people this week. I think that is the message. There's enough that you take care of you first. You can't give everything away. You have to protect yourself first because those people are not coming to pay your bills. because they're asking for help. So you take care of you first. Watch the money, be firm. Know when to say no, that you have to, it's not the bank of Lori. It's not the bank of T-Barb. It's not the bank of Victoria. When someone comes asking, just say, I'll help you find resources, but I can't lend you money right now. I have to take care of myself. You are the priority. You take care of you. What's on the bottom? Get your rest. Get your rest, watch your dreams, look at your messages. Okay, so the message for this week, until I see you again, it'll be either Thursday or Friday, is you come first. Okay? All right, much love to you, T-Barb. You're an angel. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys later. I wrote down some of the names of the people you wanted me to look into. John Ossoff, Mark Wayne Mullen. We'll look at Hegseth. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.